Hello everyone, if I am so live, I'm just gonna share a link a couple times and get it all figured out, fellers, and gonna start at it. Okay, we have a couple people watching, so we're good. Um, Travis said he's gonna watch, so I'm gonna talk to everybody. Uh, I'm gonna send Trav the link. Boom, there we go. Hey everyone, hey, yo, hello everyone. Welcome to no official episode of no podcast today, but welcome everyone to my channel. Let's talk about some stuff. So the idea for today's live, guys, because I know I don't do them that often, and me and Travis usually discuss stuff on his channel. However, it is important to say whatever I'm going to discuss today has nothing to do with likeness of Travis Bagent and his influence, right? So that was important for me to say that. Today I have this amazing piece of paper that's blurred out. Uh, I'm gonna talk about what I will do, I guess, if I owned East versus West or if I'm owning East versus West, right? It's just a fantasy game, right? And which is funny from the conversation earlier was like, oh, who are you firing? I'm like, I'm not firing anybody really, just like how I'm seeing things and how I'm acquiring all the roles, right? So for everybody who's watching, you can act as well, I'm acting, I guess, as if I'm Baxter and Dexter, or as if like that doesn't exist, like it's just my league, right? But I'm gonna talk about it in a couple of different ways. And currently, Engen, Robert, Dexter, Devon, like they own in here. Well, actually, in my like there is not Devon on my page. However, I guess since we going on the joke, I'm not removing them from the league as some may suspect. Okay, so. Is that it? We could be stuck in this 3.5 years? Hell yeah. And boom. Let me update this real quick, guys. So just making sure. Oh no, that's Travis's channel. Boom boom. Alright, so let me sorry fellas, sorry. We gotta to wrap it all up here properly. Amateur hour. Okay, so we are gonna talk about me owning East versus West in 5 different categories. We're gonna talk about production, we're gonna talk about roles, we're gonna talk about athletes, we're gonna talk about location, we're gonna talk about tournament. I feel like those are 5 areas of improvement we need to be at, or what we need to talk about, right? I think I'm gonna still miss a lot, and I may not be in all of those. However, as we're gonna unwrap all of those, they're all kind of connected, so that's why not really sure. I thought I went with the production first, but first thing first, actually, we're gonna go with the roles because I think we have a roles problem. And first thing first, roles we're gonna assign. You should add finances to it. Well, athletes are gonna be around finances, and technically, every single part of those things I can assign finances, spending, and the budget. But I mean, we go into details. I mean, if anybody takes the series super seriously, I will break down the budget and how much. But we are talking about finances and payments in athletes part. So roles. First, roles they need to be permanent, right? We need a person that does. We need a production person, right? We need production people, company, whatever they do, right? We need people. the production will is it require streaming? So is it the same person? So do the production is streaming, right? We have a person that does social media. We have one specific person that does Instagram, TikTok, all those little platforms that do shorter things. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those like post short videos. We have a guy or a team that paying for on Fiverr that they don't even have to be arm masters. You can hire people on Fiverr for a couple cents to do like a couple of little things. But you do have one person on staff that oversees that and does it all and kind of also in the community, right? This is not Robert, this is not Dexter, this is not Engin whatsoever. So that's another person. We have brand ambassadors. Those are also somewhat permanent or based on contract. We have people that could be like me, they could be Ryan Bowens, they could be Coach Race, they could be Alex Toprolls, Tom Stumblebinds, right? Just saw it on my feed. Right? A bunch of those people who are masters with the camera, with the years, with the with some skin in the game to where you can trust them. They're not absolute dumb bums that are there to record a match. Like no. You're there to promote the event and you can push your name out there too, right? But you're the ambassador for this league, so you're there to behave properly, behave yourself, in a according manner, right? And but you're there to promote it and you can go crazy, right? There could be a set of rules, but there could be a budget for not even a budget. You're just allowing those guys to do their thing and they will come on their own. You don't need to pay them, right? And I will probably talk about who you need to pay, who we're not. Like we need a person to pay for the Instagram, the production people need to be assigned and paid for, right? Back to rules. We have people that sell merch, like the merch sellers also cannot be random arm wrestlers. They can be, but assign them at everything, make it their job, make them talk, make it a crew with an Instagram guy, make them push each other because you want to pay them, but you also want to, if you do want to give them some type of bonus of sales and kind of make that a thing. You cannot have that as a thing. Hey, as you sell, you make them. No. They need a certain small amount of salary, and then you can add sales to it, right? But sales only on on a small scale like that. It's like I can do my own sales. So tournament director too. We're gonna talk about the tournament, but to assign the rules, we need a tournament person, right? That's his job is that East versus West King of the table tournament. Not a card, nothing to do with the thing. The tournament, the day of, day before, we need a specific person. It should not be a new assigned thing every single time. Like we need the person that's their job. That's and uh they not that actually they not necessarily need to get paid. They just need to be that job needs to be assigned to them and let them know that they can have it and they can go crazy, right? There are people maybe have to be aligned, maybe they have to be a group of something, but like as a like I found an idea of FAL, right? And after Brandon and Chance took over and actually really made FAL what it is, like I really just kind of had an idea that what it can be at, right? And Brandon and Chance took it to where like Texas Arm Wrestling League doing something, right? To where like you can have an entity that's can take care of your tournament and make it as a brand and be part of a brand. Like we had enough of random promoters doing the shit. And not saying the guys that we had the amazing guys doing the events so far, like James Reed, Bart Wood, you pick one of them to be your guy forever. So anyway, tournament director got to be a role. Now, since I am talking, I guess I'm here kind of pertaining like if I'm not the owner, so it doesn't matter. If I'm not the owner or we leaving Robert, Dexter, and Angan as owners. Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm putting Robert and Dexter in the unreachable category, right? I'm taking WL concept out of this. WL concept was we know Steve Kaplan owns the league. Nobody can talk to Steve Kaplan. You can send him a message. You can find his email or whatever. You will never get a reply. He's a real human being. He's a real businessman. This what we need out of Robert and Dexter. But I don't care what they do throughout the day. They may be fucking awful day and watching TikTok. But we wanna as a athletes that watching this whole show, we want to think those guys are flying around on jets, locking in sponsorships, venues, whatever. They're hustling around. Like we don't want them. I don't want Robert the Dexter, talk to community every other day. Like to me, like bro, like we have AWE chat. Like, are you part of that? Like that's not a business. Like so. Not trying to talk shit, but I'm saying those two unreachable from the community and to the community, right? They show their presence, and if you need to talk to them, we talk to somebody that's curious, that's more like on the athlete basis. And this is where maybe Engin comes in, right? I'm leaving Engin at I have Engin here. It says does everything. So to me, Engin's roles is very important because Engin is the only person kind of here that does love and inventing this product for whatever reason it is, right? Like we can argue that Engen wanted to build a legacy, he wanted to help our masters, he wanted to get more money, whatever. He created an amazing product that can be carried along. So, so in my opinion, you let Engen do the whole athlete thing. You let him do YouTube live streams. You let him do what Engen does, except he cannot make any actual executive decision. Like, think of it if there's like channel there's a Facebook group with a bunch of roles, right? He has the role like he's not an admin, but he's a moderator, right? He can do everything, right? But he cannot delete a thing. Like he cannot erase somebody, But even though if that's actually me pushing it, I feel like as far as like YouTube and Engen's brand, he is that ambassador. A business person, like I cannot see Robert and Dexter go live for an hour with somebody and get upset over, a comment of a hater and delete the thing. Engen have done that. He still does that, right? And we can't help it. Let him do that thing. Let Engen do what Engen does and let him go crazy. But he cannot make executive decision as far as like, maybe like I don't know, whatever the executive decision will be like in that regard, because I'm like he's more of an ambassador with an influence in the athlete relations, but as far as like like where the things are held and what sponsors to go with and all that, like I feel like his opinion there should be on the less of the matter, right? He's more of a ambassador and last athletes, and he's the barrier in between. You can talk to him if you want to talk to him. If you're a fan, you can talk to him. If you're an athlete, you can talk to him, right? Robert and Dexter cannot talk to them. So this is the roles, right? Those are the roles we're talking about. Those are the things I think that should be permanent, right? So, which we may be talking a bit more about the production, so and roles too. So the second part will be the production. Production was first, but I feel like we have a we have more miscommunication with roles, right? We have a lot of semi-hired people. We have people that get hired the day off, I feel like, and just there for help. Like I've seen people, you look at East versus West, you've seen random dudes do like merch sales. You see massage therapists as camera guys. We see camera guys as merch sellers. Like they are people in our mess and they have talents and things that like been want to do stuff, but they were never given the opportunity. We have sellers, we have camera guys, we have that. If you not manipulate, if you use them properly, they will be there to help and they will be interested in growth. Now, so production part. And the main thing with the production, we need to hire one company and stick with it, right? And as of right now, so, as of maybe normal community doesn't know, right? There's, I think JPC is a company that does, I know that their company, I don't know the proper pronunciation, I guess. So JPC is so far the company that did most of the East versus West in North America. And they don't do everything, right? The production for them is the production. I believe they have the most of the cameras, they have the guys, they're building the walls, the thing and everything, the pyro, like they build like they do all this like heavy equipment and running around and like they do the show. They do what you see online, right? And but streaming like they use Robert Kelly, I think, to do the streaming part, right? Like when the when Robert Kelly was used, right? So the streaming was held by another person, right? And I think there is like another person that will do something else. So whatever it is, find one person that you believe in and let them work it out, right? Like I don't know like if I guess it is two different things to do streaming and the production part, even though like a streaming guy usually will have cameras too. So whatever it is, find especially the reason I mentioned GPC because I'm under understanding that they are friends of arm wrestling. So you're probably gonna get more lenient with some type of things and understandings and also probably finances too. If you're gonna use a random company, you may not be able to be in the same conversations. You cannot cast the same guy the same way and get away with that. Like you're most likely gonna lose this contract. Here you can probably talk to the guy more on a personal level. Y'all can have problems and figure it out, and the money also probably will be on the lower end of thing, rather than if you hire a completely company of the street that's not interested in arm wrestling, you say wrong word to the camera guy, the whole crew fucking leaves, right? So in that sense, I don't know what needs to happen if JPC and Robert Kelly and whoever like the staffing the situation there, find one company that does it all and stick with them. I feel like it's not that hard. There's many sports, many people like that do streamings. Like there are people that now wanna specifically do pay-per-view streamings, right? Like I talking. Why am I talking about all of this, guys? I've done all of that stuff. I've been a rear to camera guy. I've done tournaments. I've built social media things. I've been the guy that did one of the first live streams in in different circumstances, right? I was not the first person to do a live stream in arm wrestling, but I did a couple first things that people did not do in the sport before. So I do know like it's not that hard. Like I've done a live stream before, so it's like you need a committed person that wanna do the headache. Like it is a hard job, but like you just I feel like you need somebody that is willing. That's all it is. Person that is willing, right? And so far we have those people. It just can you put those people on a permanent schedule also. So roles, right? A sadness production role and a streaming role, right? Whatever. Have a one person, I don't care. But they do that as another person carries the thing from week one to week six, right? Where marketing with social media and all that shit goes, right? So, and also, with the ambassadors of the sport in the league, especially you can highlight and interchange those in areas too, to where like those people do not need any money. You don't need to pay for their hotel rooms. You don't need to pay for the traveling. All you need to let them know like they are allowed there. They're gonna be given the media access and be that's it. I mean that's actually it. Like let them feel special, let them know what they cannot do, and let them go crazy. Like this is free promotion on a million views level, right? Because I've seen people on the bigger and the small arm wrestling posters, right? Like influencer, like that go crazy. Right? This is easy extra millions of views from three free bands to get access, right? That's it. That's all it costs you. Extra few million views by three rubber bands, like so they have an access. That's it. Three. We're gonna get to the end of it, guys. It's not that far to be honest. So now we established the winged roles. The production need to be everything needs to be somewhat permanent. We need somewhat permanent team and crew that we know that we're moving around with, and they're passionate about the same product, right? Now, three athletes. This is where it gets a little tricky, and this is where I'm gonna lose a couple people. Hmm. Athletes. We're gonna use an arm war strategy. It's kind of funny if you guys, I'm here talking like arm wrestling marketing terms and combining them together. So we're gonna use a little bit of arm war strategy for a couple of matches, couple of people. And what I use by arm war strategy is if nobody knows or knows, I don't know. Arm wars are not known to be on the money side of things, right? You usually go there. for an exposure, and as the main goal for them, that the main sale pitch, right? Maybe if you hire dude up there, there probably is a money offer. The I would know I should call Armor's strategy, or the what is your main sale point to not lose exposure. You go in there for exposure. Do I agree with it or not? Like, I don't. I never really did because I did my own exposure. I understand if you are, man, I want to drop so many cool names, but they'll love me. So like, whatever. But if you're this guy who doesn't want to do anything, right? It's the hardest thing for you to do, right? All you can do is arm wrestle. Arm works perfect thing for you, right? So I can't really hate on that, right? There's people that just not willing to do the work. So, and I'm using your strategy. So why I'm saying this, I'm using your strategy for 2 to 3 matches, right? I'm having people completely pay their way forward to be on the card. And it's also they don't need to pay their way forward. They can be my tournament qualified winners, poolers, whatever they are, right? Like they either qualified athletes, they're people that been getting super hot, whatever it is. There's some people that either just this last 2 months they've been hot as hell, and or they been on a streak forever and nobody like can get them anything. We know a lot of those people. Some of those people live in those areas. You know what I mean? Um, like there's many areas of those states where like they come in there and everybody's asking this one dude like, "Hey man, are you gonna be on the card? Oh man, they should really have you, right?" Like so, there's a lot of those things, right? We have a budget now to where we can pay for those people, but technically also you go, if all of a sudden the East versus West is in Michigan, right? You putting Roger Cunningham on that card with some another dude, right? Whoever is another hot dude is out there. You don't even have to pay them, but it's going to be awesome, right? And it's kind of local. I'm kind of making it too easy. You can make it to where you can have an event in California, but it will be a dude in Florida that loves to do something, and he'll come to California for free to do something else with another guy. So uh, there's definitely some of that. You can have 1 or 2 matches where either you spending at minimum, or you don't have to spend the money based on either their allocation, their willingness to do stuff, or whatever it is, right? So this is probably the roughest part of this as far as the athletes, right? I don't really want to screw the athlete, but I do believe there is a power to have 1 or 2 matches there that are completely free, and people are extremely happy for them, and the brand gets the support too. Now, so, also rougher thought, but it's still up there. I'm paying less for some athletes. Definitely. Like I know, so let's say the cheapest guy at East versus West will currently cost you the cheapest dude, even like money, travel, hotel. No. The cheapest dude will cost you at least 25, $3,000 for the cheapest RMS, right? And on the expensive side of things, we'll go, I mean, from what I know, and I don't know the average though. So, but we'll say there could be three, four, five, and $10,000, right? Some of those people are not active on social media. Some of those people are don't have English skills. Some of those people, fuck, not even the greatest art masters, even, or they don't even have the name. They may like they. It's one thing to have a big name, but in this suck at social media. But there's a thing where like it's 50-50. You're not that well known. You may be known if you like. If we are messing gigs, we know you. But if average guy doesn't really like, here's the great example, and I will love to bring it up. And Matthias, Ian, anybody from Canada who's watching this. Maybe I'm jumping out too soon. However, This is a great example because I love Alan Ford. I'm arm wrestling Alan Ford here soon in a couple of months. Alan Ford is the guy who's, in my opinion, is one of those dudes who's like not really great social media, and the name is kind of I guess you have to be a geek because like Alan Ford used to be really good, really popular. I can see how nowadays, I guess, if you're an average dude, you may not very well know him. And the reason I do want to say that is because we hear Matthias was making footage here, and he was filming guys in my practice what they think about the match, and I didn't have to tell him or ask him that, but like we had the thing in the end, like I bet you all the guys you asked probably said the same thing. Well, I don't know who Alan Ford is, but I bet you this is how the match gonna go, and did that. Did that. So I'm like, man, and I bet you on ours practice, nobody did that. Alan, everybody knows you at at your practice. Nobody knows you at my practice. So I'm sort of telling him like and now I'll perfect this speech by the time I see you. But yeah, it's as funny as the joke is, in my opinion, because I'm hilarious, obviously. Um, That's the problem. So people like that, there are people like that that get invited and probably get paid more money. So for them, I'd pay less, and you know what? Uh, I'd even do, I'd even do what Magda did. You pay the winner. Like now we have like bonuses, obviously, but man, like loser gets there for free. And we're gonna get all of that too. That's another implementation of how you save the money. And the reason I'm doing all of that too, like, why am I fucking athletes so awful? Because we've been doing good. Like, esports have been paying good money. We've been doing all that. But I think because they're running thin, that's why we have problem in the roles. We have a problem in productions. All the money that's getting created, they get given back to the athletes or whatever. I'm like, we need to start saving money and making sure that there's more money in the budget and we can assign more roles to here too. So, all right. So now that we have a couple of matches for free, either the local or whatever, we are paying some of the schmucks a lot less because that's what they are. They're schmucks that happen to fucking mutate to extreme level to where like we want to see them arm wrestle. And but overall, they really don't make us a whole bunch of money. So we need to kind of make sure the profits, our ROI with them is a little bit better, right? Now, how do we get better ROI out of them, right? Like now that they talk shit to them, we need how we can improve that so we can use the same people. We are adding mandatory social media class for all of them. Whatever it is, you have to come up with a course, PDF, visuals, audio, like on any language, whatever the thing is to penetrate an athlete's mind over some idea, right? It could be a 5 minute little breakdown, could be an hour, 2 hour thing, or could be 8 hour thing to where they just fucking hate shit and this. But some type of breakdown of what they should be doing, how it's done, how world works, how not to react when Devin Larratt makes a video, like how it's how to react actually more than anything, you know what I mean? Not to react is probably even worse. So, but there's a social media class of some kind that breaks you down some type of something, and it's on you, my guy, to figure it out, right? If you don't want to do anything and whatever, you're gonna find out why you're not gonna receive a phone call in a couple of weeks, right? If I'm buying the league, that phone call is gonna be hard to reach, man. Yeah, but yeah, there's some type of crash course on social media because I can't expect you guys to get figured out on their own, and I cannot bitch at you for not knowing it. So I'm gonna tell you this what I'm expecting over here, right? Okay, so social media done. Last thing, kind of important too for the athletes. There's got to be some type of English rehearsing. The whole translator after the fact, the whole translator on press conference, like all of that is bullshit. Like, yeah, it could be used for like one or two guys that maybe like absolutely. Actually, no, we don't. I'm sorry, like no, like even UFC has dudes who like I mean they just fucking make sounds. Okay, like they don't even have much of a speech after the fact in between or whatever the hell, right? So some type of English crash course too. Like if you talk to two guys and both of them are bad at English, and if they're gonna win, the guy that asking the questions and whatever, that has to be pre-rehearsed. Like, dude, like just tell me you're very strong. I wanna pull the one next. That's it. That's all we need. And as personality, we don't need that like whatever they're saying in one intonation, then we always have some a neutral translator saying it the way what they want to say, and then sometimes not translated precisely. So there's some emotions get lost, like whatever. Just let them try what they need to try to do in the universal language, and you will see more character out of them, right? Some gonna try to be more like poetic about it. Some gonna be like, I'm very strong. I'm here to beat people. Okay, thank you. That's it. Out. Like we don't like that. We need to see that. Like try try this is about roles, and we're gonna go to the live location. Try to show that last beat of translation to a random person. Like if you're the owner of this league and you're watching these matches and you make this highlight of the matches at the end of it, show the end part to a random person. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Like, what am I watching this? Like, what I'm listening to this? Like, why is she speaking this language? Or is she gonna like? There's so many questions. You don't know what's going on. Remove that. Keep it in English. That's it. So that's it for the athletes. We are setting the roles, guys. We get the production. We have athletes who some of the athletes we now gigging for free, right? If we have 12 matches, I'm having 9 crazy matches or even less, whatever it is, and I'm assigning a couple local matches, dude, of hot people and maybe not even so hot people, right? I'm talking to everybody in the area or in the surrounding couple states who is the hottest guy around, who he wants to be at. I'm putting them to. And that way, I'm bringing all of a sudden all the crews and team members who maybe hated East versus West before for maybe they think it worked for them before, they don't like the guy, they don't like this and this. Now all of them gonna be there to support their local dude. They're gonna fly, they're gonna drive, they're gonna spend the money, they're gonna book the hotels, they're gonna pay for the tournament, they're gonna pay for the seating. It's a good win over here. You have to have a local presence to some degree. Number four, location for live events. This is a little bit tricky for me because I'm usually all over. However, I'm hearing interesting things too. So, thing number one, you gotta try to secure permanent spots, right? We are trying to find new venues every time, every event, right? But which is good. But we need a unique venue. We need a venue that has everything. That's another thing. That's what we need for a permanent location. The best location will be that has is the most compact, right? That's some cities are work like Vegas is awesome, right? Because even if it's separated, it's probably like everything the next door. But you need something that venues in one spot, there's food and drinks in one spot, and tournament and staying is all in one spot. So you need some type of hotel thing or something that can be either next door or in one location. This is hard, but you there's a couple spots of them that already like that. They either head arm wrestling and they already love it. So you can try to repeat certain areas and see how it's gonna work out. Sorry. Repeat certain areas and see if you can repeat them and make them better every time. Because you can like go to different areas and do different things, but for the sake of a production and improving it, like you're always gonna have this gamble or risk of like, well, let me try to do this better at this completely new spot. It's a gamble, right? You can definitely do a better product at this space you feel safe at, and then you can like take that experimental product and put it, somewhere in an experiment location, but the product is already be like more refined, right? So we do need the permanent spots. Preferably, we do need pits. So we do have a problem with sitting. Like so, I didn't know this. I'm usually by the stage because I happen to be because I have the ADHD and I'm an athlete. Like I'm either in someone's corner I'm either behind them. I'm like, I happen to be like, even the guys. I bought so many seats for Chicago. I didn't use them because I was running around. So I run around a lot, but my friends have seated in the seats, and I've heard a lot of complaints. Those seats are not cool to see that in certain areas because you don't see the match, you don't see the screen, um, all of that stuff. And being there in the line is also kind of brutal too. I feel like just the whole organization because we don't, and it's not really like um what am I trying to say? It's bad for East versus West and everybody, but it's new. Like those lines are like they're awesome to see, but now it's like, man, that line's getting crazy. Like we need to do something about it, man. So that have to be dealt with, and so the quickly mentioned pits. A pit-like scenario to where the table is at the bottom, it's out on the stage, does allow more people to do the stuff, but I do understand it's harder to do this whole like bleacher thing or whatever. But that's why, I guess maybe Turkish venue works and things of that nature, right? So if I'm owning East versus West, I'm definitely going back to some established location. I'm calling Richard Brannick out of Texas to get the Arlington spot back. I'm doing everything, right? So, but whatever. The most important part is even if you have to go for the next location and it has to be a new random spot, it's one location for everything. You want to make sure you're as close to everything you can be. After pools, venue, bar, all that one spot. The more we have to drive, the more there's lost interest. Now, one thing super seems to be like super important to me is not talked about at all. Um, I feel like I usually talk to the wrong guys and when I'm on these big events. I'm like, whatever. I think they just take my ideas and run with them in their own thing, and nobody really hears them. But what we need now, and that goes back from our roles. We need a tournament and a tournament director, and it needs to be in a so entity. So as you guys know, East versus West, especially the one in US and not even the one in US, have been having a tournament the day off, day before. They used to be a qualifier, now they are kind of just tournaments. If you talk to people, they are used as scouting talent, whoever shows up to this tournament, what they see, what they show, there's an opportunity for you to be seen at the tournament. But at this point, it's not advertised. It's not a qualifier officially. It's just a tournament. However, there's a huge, huge, huge interest. We see people fly to just watch and compete. Like I'm getting questions every single time whether or not I'm planning to be on the card. I'll have a separate discussion of people am I pulling in that tournament, right? It's not about, hey, are you going to be part of this? Are you going to be in the tournament? It's a big discussion. It's a big topic. It gets lost on right now, 100%. Because I'm seeing how loosey-goosey and fast these tournaments are, and they do create money. But if let's say right now the event you know, makes profit, probably makes 1 to 3 grand profit, it probably has 5 to 10 grand opportunity right there because you can making sure that all the tournaments are official qualifiers. Make sure that they all have $250 overall or $500, whatever it is, right? May not even need that to be honest, but whatever those like small enticements you can make, official qualifier, a little bit of money, whatever, like there could be more adding up, right? But also like here's the important thing, make that thing an entity of its own, not even necessarily of its own. It doesn't have to be a new product. Make sure that is a East versus West tournament or King of the Table tournament series, Challenger series, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's a entity of its own. It has an Instagram page. People can follow it. People cannot wait to be the next part of it. People know the weight classes. People know the time. People know what they're gonna get. You give some I mean you can kill it on Instagram. You can keep posting them how you like This guy pulled there, he's now on the card here, right? Like all sort of stuff. That thing can go crazy on its own. It can generate money on its own without having a tournament in between by promoting the guys that are going crazy for the tournament, right? Especially there's also a group of people like myself, like Travis Bajan, I think perhaps could be one of them too. He's not gonna do it, but I think he'll also prefer a tournament over a super match, right? There's a couple people know that this thing can be a big tournament too. How we do have AMC in Russia and all that, right? You run it all out, you'll have a big thing. So, but tournaments needs to be more official. It should not be this random fucking thing that they're coming up because we know there are people coming. Because we know they're coming, that should be official and it should be pushed down to your throats. That like, yeah, we have a tournament, be there, and we're gonna have a fight. Telling you guys, if you have never been on an East versus West tournament so far, tournament, qualifier, whatever you want to call them, the random ones, the one that being day before, whatever, they all have bigger talent than a national tournament. They have bigger presence than any national tournament in America that's been around for the past couple of years. So you're losing the opportunity to use that and like maximize your profits, your time, your legacy, whatever. Uh, Arden plays both sides, so this comes up. No, I just I'm like a Switzerland, really like, but like very opinionated, right? So, and this is it, guys. This is it for my owning of Fish vs. West. I had it in five sectors. I talked about roles, productions, athletes, location for live events, and problems with that, and and the tournament part of it too. So all of the things. That's how I will do that, right? And I'll assign all these roles and whatever. I feel like that's the way. I feel like you know what that's the way to talk to me about it too, because like I didn't want to go, oh, East versus West have a problem. And against this, Robert. Like I don't care what they do, how they do that. I'm an athlete. I'm a athlete with my own channel. If we're gonna go back to that comment, Artem plays both sides. Artem's playing Artem's sides. Artem been doing Artem YouTube channel and taking care of other athletes YouTube channel. And the reason I've been doing it since day one, I've been doing it just naturally. I didn't have the school reason. But now that I know that leagues come and go and offers in my side stays, I do know that because I'm not special. I'm just like you guys talking about. No, I know you're joking. I'm just being funny. But it is like there's truth to it about like not coming out up top or playing both sides, but like so keep in mind, I'm just like the same guys that you guys have in your practice. Well, not even like some guys may not have chose to talk to me about, but if you talk about some dude at your practice that like he's strong, he's gonna be the next thing or whatever the hell, he has potential, right? Um, or even if he doesn't, even y'all feel like guys that y'all don't have a potential, right? Um, all of this, like all it takes some promotion and like YouTube channel, and you're gonna get somewhere, right? So that's why. Thank you, Uncle John. Thank you, thank you, Caroline Sky McLean. You're a special artist. The top roll team. What you mean, Uncle John? Like Forrest Gump. I've actually just been to the scene in Savannah of Forrest Gump. I have a picture, so yeah, special. I actually took a picture by the bench. What's up, Uncle John? I just saw you comment earlier, but I can see like in the corner of my eye it was something to do like Engen. I didn't wanna. You did mess me up, but you didn't mess me up enough for like I can read the whole thing. So, but I'm gonna go read the whole thing now. But what I was trying to say about me not being the special. Um, I always and Uncle John will understand it too because Uncle John is also like to me just like Uncle John is just a dude like with his own opinion and his own style and not well like with his own also like hobbies, right? Like Uncle John does have a personality and a character now. He's not the most like simple like fucking dude like this. Oh, I just wake up and go to the gym. Right? Dude has lots of like personalities and things that he's into, but he's also just the guy that chose to spoke about it. And now, if every league goes away, like Uncle John gonna be Uncle John. He can still do his show. He can talk about stuff. He can eventually something gonna be back. Uncle John's name is still up there, and he will be a person that will be of interest to some degree. Same thing with me. Same thing with other people. If you're not playing the most terrible like fuck everybody game, or like if you're not trying to be the enemy to everybody on purpose, your name is gonna stay in the game even if the game is gonna go away, you know what I mean? So I think so that's why just building your own lane, especially right now, it's very good time. It's very good time because before you, even though it's kind of seemed like I mean, we're hot, and there are a lot more freedom right now than there was before. How many matches are good for East versus West? Dude, I don't. You have to ask somebody specifically who is like in you. I will look in the statistics. You know what? That's what I will do. I don't have the statistics in front of me. Top troll king, not. Thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you for changing your name. Evil doppelganger here. Hi. Hello, Mr. Top Troll King. Did you get in more troubles? Well, that's why you changed it, or it changed after my speech very very long time ago. Um, all right, guys. What did Uncle John said earlier? Ariam, do you know why Chen Shaw stopped pulling? I know he had a health issue first where he was not even walking, right? Like his back was all messed up, and he made a post about it, so we all attacked him with help. And seems like I'm assuming he's doing good, but he's also became a dad this year, and it's funny. Chance messaged me like Chance told me what he wants to do this year, and I feel like he forgot that he was going to be a dad because like everything is good. Like, I mean, like he's doing the. I'm assuming I'm not that close with Chance like on a daily basis, but it seems like he's doing right things. Seems like him and Maggie are doing a good life. But like yeah, I feel like he would be doing a lot more arm wrestling than he is a dad thing. So I think he just yeah, and I knew that I think um they have their own dynamic. So I don't. Some people may not doesn't really stop them, but it depends. You never know. You never know what the child gonna do to you. Are you just are you gonna do your own thing, or are you gonna be that's it? Are you meant to be a dad and daddy mode for the rest of your life? Uh, we just don't need Engen. I read Engen comes with a lot of complications, but he is a guy that loves his product, and he is like I was thinking about it, like 'cause of all the no's, of all because so I think in the craze of everything. Some dude asked me on Instagram, am I Team Devon or Team Engen? And given the question, I said I'm Team Engen. Team Engen. That guy sent a screenshot to Devon, and Devon sent a screenshot back, which is like kind of was a little bit odd on a behavior standpoint because I just met Devon 2 days prior to that in Florida, and I told him first thing I told him, you're the enemy of the sport. The first thing I told him, so he knows my opinion. So sending me like this like sound screenshot, like I knew there was something like boiling or whatever, something good. Like there is some feelings out there, right? So, with that being said, I'm like, well, I we're thinking about it, about like of all the no's and yes of Engen, and like, do if I have a business, do I want Engen to be part of my business? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think it's too scary. I think it's very unpredictable. Um, do I want to? I mean, it's hard to put it on. Do I want to work for Engen's product under proper circumstances? Yes, because I think he's the guy that also believes in it. But at the same time, it's sketchy, man. Come on, I've been to East vs West so many times to where like the last one. So, from emotional standpoint, yeah, no, it's hard. From the working from an employee standpoint, I do know if I ask Engin something that's I need for me to make something better or to make some things done, he will make it happen, right? If I say like, hey, Engin, I need to go live with, if I need to go live with such and such person, I'm like, it's hard for me to do, he'll arrange that. I need this, he'll arrange a lot of things that he believes in and that can work for everybody, right? Um, is he good at communication and like handling conflict? I don't think so. Like I know I've tried. Like I could not talk to Engin. However, as an employee, as getting stuff done, like making sure like there's care, I mean you can't take that from Engin. So are the new CEO owner, love it. You're rich enough to buy it without you being you gotta be a travel agent. Man, I wish I can use those problems. Jaden, if you owned East vs West, you'd play Iran with SARMs. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard because I'm totally against any type of SARMs and their promotion and distribution. Come on, man. Uh, Scorekeeping is the problem. The voice commentator's communication with the referee when it comes to false calls. I believe that match with no role. Yeah, you know what? Refereeing came by another point that can be talked about too. I was thinking about it too. We don't need better refs. We need better system for refs, right? Like so, refereeing as a job, we need to realize it's impossible. It's not a real job. There's too much going on. Two people cannot do that. Three people cannot do that. Have one person, have one main ref, have whatever his goal need to be. I'll make sure the match starts. That's it. Wait for the guys to finish. Whatever some person finish, because some people are just gonna stop. They have too much complaints and the match stops. That's it. Let the match stop. Whatever the either stop by the pin, by the complaint, you go look at the cameras, look at the camera, all the angles. That's it. Art, I'm not from Canada, but love the Hitman. He gets super well at nationals this year. I know, and it's awesome. So I do. So I know in Canada, and especially in like some Ontario area, like Alan does get a lot of love, and he should. In my opinion, he should get love everywhere. I just know with his um what will it be like with the breaks in his career and the consistency, he's not happen to be known anymore for sure. He is just as known like as some like newer guys or whatnot, which is unfortunate. So that's just kind of how our massive popularity works. But yeah, with refereeing, I'll say it's just too much and it's so bad. I'll say just have one guy or two guys that will start the match correct and fairly and will foul people accordingly as it happens, and then let it loose. Let the match over. Have the system to watch cameras right away. Like there, for somebody doesn't know, there have been events where referees went to the screen to pretend to watch a replay, but knowing the replay was not available to them, they just pretended to see it, pretending they saw the call. Oh yeah, cool, and whatever. They try to render the most polite call possible, right? But have them make sure the replays. Talk to the production team. Make sure the replays a big part of referee's thing. Another person, whatever it is. Iowa Free Press, yes, it was cool to see many people in Chicago. So thank you for your message. Is Rambo really that strong, or was your left really done when you faced him? No, we placed we face each other first. If I were to make a bunch of excuses for myself, um, I'd just say that my shape that day was not. I mean, it was not like my prime shape, right? And I don't know what's. I mean, Ryan is clearly looks really good right now. I don't. In the phase, you know what I mean? Like it's more like phases. Like I've been in the phase like a year ago to where like maybe it's not my best event. It's like the best event like 2 weeks ago what I picked for, and by now it's like whatever. But I still was able to manage to do new things. I think Ryan is in a new, better, stronger phase right now where he is able to whatever, I don't think he was necessarily peaking and preparing for this East versus West event. Like he may have been, but I think he traveled, did his job, he did a lot of the other things, tried commentated, competed, happened to be in a good shape, and did really well. And I think next event will be, in a similar fashion for Ryan. So I think Ryan is finally catching up to his frame that he put himself in because I'm pretty sure he's the same weight when we arm wrestled at, but he finally looks like he's the size, right? Because I was pretty sure I was bigger than him, being 40, 50 pounds lighter than him, like last time when we met each other. So I think Ryan is getting better. Um, really strong. Would not say so because I mean I'm not in the phase and like my little like cyber thing like Ryan's wrist was going back like the arm was moving a couple things. I'm like, oh man, like I know like I don't need much more for that one bump to bump it over the center line, and then I'm gonna have the control, so it's not super far, but yeah, Ryan is definitely getting better. I would not say it's just maybe a week. Can I know if my super chat is working on here? Can somebody throw me $1.99? Yo, you Jay, I know you cash out. Can you throw me like a fiver? I send them back to you. I'm messing that and get up before the crash. Ah. Just remember, when Brian backs out, I predicted it first. Well, you know what? So, dude, I know who received the message about a match at Brian Shaw Classic way before it was even a consideration for anything, right? So I know Brian did wanted to have a thing. Thank you, Big Grove Ghost, for $2 super chat. Is the thing on? I appreciate you. So, now we know it's on. Now we know it's on. Now we know it's on. Good, good time, good times. Um, Yeah, man. I think Brian did wanted to have matches at Brian Shaw Classic before. I just don't know. I mean, he can too, right? So that's another thing. If I'm not taking over East versus West, right? And if we do it two routes, if we $189, suck it. Thank you, Heavy Crew. Appreciate it. Um, man, I need to eat something because I'm here losing my mind as I'm losing my train of thought. So, um, yeah, if I'm not owning East versus West, if you're going either way, if you're connecting with Devon or we're connecting with Engen, if Engen is out, we should leave a lot of Europeans out. I don't want to hear all the lies about that visas are now easy to get. The Europeans will come for a crazy amount of money. Europeans will not come for crazy amount of money. They need consistency, therefore they need loyalty. So that's why I'm okay with paying people less earlier here. People, I'm okay with paying people less and paying them even none, because there's loyalty that's a little valued more than money, and you can play it on both ways, terribly enough. So if you are doing the whole thing in America with no engine and you are have no Europeans or you are minimized to some that's willing to risk it, they're just taking the big risk. That's all it is. They're making a big risk for not that much money. Like, and if they will be crazy amount of money, they'll probably still have to think about it. So So with that being said, you can have a American arm wrestling WL type deal, and there will be less money, there will be less pay-per-view, but you're gonna have to pay people less. You're gonna have to do a lot everything on a less scale. You have to push at everything just as hard. But even in America, I think there's enough traction now where it's possible. It's just not as fun. It is fun now where each event costs 200 to, I don't know, 250. We do know like the average for each perspective will be about $200,000 right now for that event, right? It's more, maybe it's less, but it's most likely it's normally 200 plus thousand dollars. So making this money back, profiting, it's pretty awesome. We're talking about a million a year. That's a business, you know what I mean? It's a full blown, it's a restaurant, that's a cafe, that's a lot of things that we're making a million a year. We're not making it, but the our gross and net, like we're talking about those numbers here. And that's East versus West too. We're not talking about just like, yeah, we're talking over a million in a year, um for doing an international entity. We keep it local because we're forced to, because we don't have the same access to Europeans like we had before. However, if we keep it consistently for a couple of years, some of them will want to come to board, and we'll find a way to not get banned and scrutinized by their own people by the time they move aboard. So I think even having a little bit of a American league on a smaller scale, but with the same amount of push and budget, um, you can do something. You can do something for sure. It's not going to be as big, not as fast, maybe. So I think it's maybe even better term is maybe it could be kind of as big, it's just not the growth not going to be as fast. That's all. Hmm. Hmm. Guys, yes, thank you for being here. I don't know. I know Travis said he'll wanna join, but uh, mm. No one, hold on, dang it, man, no one can put off on another area, so full cut, everything. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap it all up, I guess, here shortly. Well, it's been an hour. It's rarely that I do the streams on my channel because normally if I do have a subject, usually me and Travis will talk about it, go over there because there's more viewership. So, but d- good that we rocked up a few people here. I'll try to do the things more often so we can get to more better super chats and more viewers here. But did your trash can fall down, then you used your vacuum cleaner and gathered all the trash up, then you made a necklace that you're wearing now. Is that how it happened? Mm, yes, yes. That's exactly how I acquired my Louis Vuitton necklace that was made by Tyler, the creator. But it's okay. It's okay. Only cost was the cost. Very humble, dude. We're not gonna talk about it, man. We're not talking about it, man. But anybody, I can't even sell. You can't even buy it anymore, man. Come on, you can't buy this trash can necklace, man. Come on. Why? Listen. It's because it's a cool necklace and people hate it. Okay, people loved it. People hated it. It has daisies. It's designed by Tyler, the creator, for Louis Vuitton. It was an amazing purchase, and I'm gonna stick with it. And so far, this purchase will cover an athlete's budget on East versus West. Okay, so talk to me when you're either on East versus West. Oh, I have that necklace on. Alrighty, guys. Oh, you know what? What do you think of Hermes in the one match? You know what? Oh, fuck it. Before I go, let me wrap it all up in one good clip. What do I think of Hermes and Levon match? I do think that Levon is just absolutely terrifying. He is huge. He is technical. His finishing game against all the athletes to me is terrifying. That proper pronation top roll at the end is just a slamming sideways. He is rolling the hands out. He is digging after them. He is nasty. It's insane. It's so in my opinion, after watching this and being there like right next to Devon, you know, having this little videos of him, some pictures, uh I do not think, especially how often Levon pulls, I'm not interested in seeing Levon one on one anymore. We don't want to put him in any type of like weird circumstances also. So I think to make it just more challenging and still, I don't know how you can keep him at the crown, but I guess what Travis mentioned, for some reason I want him dethroned, and I don't want him dethroned. We can have Levon as number one guy, but I want to see the pin. I want to see on the guy. I want to see the pin on the guy. So I wanna see, whatever it is, a round robin with Levon. Maybe have somebody go 2 rounds with Levon, like Aramis goes once. Devon goes once, then somebody else goes once, right? Have this like two, three people that go attacking, right? 100 man versus Levant. Do something when Levant loses. It doesn't have to be a title thing, right? It can be like an expedition thing, like just for the money. Like we don't need him to lose that spot. I don't need the whole explanation. I do want to see that arm, I don't, like, at this point, I need to ask AI if for this arm to go this, because we really haven't seen it happen on a legitimate scale, right? So, but we want to see something, we want to see what does it take of Lamar? Like, one, like, oh, it's just an invincible person by now. Like, it's crazy. I don't know I can look that small, by the way. Okay, so yeah, just terrifying, and I do want to see, not for the hater reasons, but I just kind of want to see more, right? If you want to, like Alajan, we want to see more left-handed, and it's kind of cool that Alajan gets in some trouble here and there, right? It gets interesting, like he's in wars, but Levon is just nasty. You can't do anything to him, about him, to him. Thank you, BBG, for allowing the necklace. I appreciate you. Alright, I'm getting distracted. So- well, I'm also getting a little hungry too. So and I had the list. Okay, I had the list of everything I want to talk about. So now that that kept my ADHD alive, and me here, me preserved. Now I'm just like gone, like that's it. So, but this is where I'm mad on Levon and Hermes. Well, who knows? Like, dude, who knows? Who knows Hermes' shape? He looked good. He looked a little bit smaller. I think that I would assume he will be for Levon, but nowadays doesn't really mean much. Doesn't mean you just healthier. You more like aerobic, aerodynamic. You know what I mean? So who fucking knows? But or I'm gonna assume Hermes is in a great shape, but that was that was one of the boring matches I have seen. And honestly, looking at the card, I'm really interested in looking at the cards of people that I'm interested in. Right, I'm interested in seeing like my dudes. Like I was there to watch Pablo. I was there to watch Paul Lynn. I was there to be in some corners, but I love the guys. I love arm wrestling. I did not. I was okay watching it. I was okay going back to Airbnb because I was just so tired from all those days and like being there and dragging it all out. I was okay to be in my Airbnb and watch that thing from my phone and having the pizza. Is that okay? Is that good? Like I don't like. I'm not saying anything, but uh, it just is what it is, right? Like that's where I'm at. So yeah. Call on yours. Interview Joseph LeVay, please. Is Joseph is our French guy, right? I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm not I had guests before. Me and Travis had guests before. And I don't mind some research and guests, and I do know people too. Like I do have good images of Joseph Flaubert in my head and what he has done, right? But am I? Do I want to become that guy? You know what I mean? Good. Time for another haircut. Yeah, I'm going like today, tomorrow. Um, yeah, like, do I want to be the dude who like? I mean, I don't mind being the dude, but like, there are rules. Do we have a person now who like? Engen should be that guy, interviewing everybody, bringing everybody, having the knowledge. I don't know. Maybe I can be that too, but what's Matt Mask doing around here? What is it? Matt 250 likes Mask. Yeah, Matt Mask match was fun. Matt with the foot mask. So I we just randomly mentioning Matt Mask. Go on yours. Well, since you sent me a $5 super chat, can you talk to me? What's your interest behind Joseph LeVay? Talk to us, talk to people, because I feel like people nowadays might not even know who Joseph LeVay is. Um, what did Mr. Hudson say? A person like college football and would rather watch it on TV eating pizza instead of going to the game. Y- Yeah, so see, like I kind of feel the same way. Just was interesting to have the feeling during like the biggest thing ever, and I kind of had the feeling because I was like I'm only here if I want to see Hermes and Lemon go crazy, but because I feel like I kind of was under the impression it's not gonna, so that's why I was okay watching it from the house. Hudson earlier said after did Hudson hate on my necklace first, then decided the reason why. Uh. Yeah, so Hudson first said my necklace out the trash. Then what's Michael Merck? Artem, has your style of pulling always been like this, or is it Tadila's influence? Tadila's influence. I looked at my older matches left-handed. I have always been kind of see, like, so it's 50-50. Like, my left always been the weaker in my hand size, and I've kind of been trying to go sideways, but incorrectly. That's why I blew my UCL twice on my left, once on my right. Like, I had that thing, but I was not doing it properly. And I was also was told and was under pressure that side pressure is not something you need to do. So by the time I met Todd and like got convinced to start doing that, that's where it more became together, and now like I'm not just like yanking like trying to do something like you know what, like I can try to go sideways. I know like the pressure, the height, where it needs to go, and why it works, why it does not work. So kind of like me maybe trying to do that naturally, especially with my left part of my body before, and with Todd's influence fixing it up. So, but we're going back. Listen, my ADHD takes me many places. I'm still a Hudson talking shit about my necklace, but then saying how a person will never wear an expensive gold or silver necklace, afraid it will get stolen. Well, to make matters worse, Mr. Hudson, Louis Vuitton, this is a normal jewelry from Louis Vuitton. This is not fine jewelry, so this is no silver nor gold, and it's still very, very, very expensive. But I do understand it. Like I always my stack on my wrist goes from like from 4 to 8 bracelets, and the price wise too. I mean, right now like what do we have? Like not to brag, but I mean we have there's like 2,500 on the wrist right now, right? And there will be more. And like I've lost like $1,000 bracelet like not long ago, and that was it was an uncomfortable loss, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I usually actually now speaking of that, usually what I try to do, I wore this because like we went out to Universal and like whatever we had fun on the weekend. I forgot like oh well, me and Matthias like did a whole bunch of stuff. So I was trying to show off, but after losing all this shit on the daily, usually I do this. I try to not to have anything on and put it out on the Saturdays, Sunday like. This one usually I will not take off because like it's hard to lose this one. However, the version of this one, the expensive one, is the one I actually lost. So technically, reminding me, I like to do this now, Monday to Friday. On the weekend, I'll risk it if I'm doing anything and going somewhere. But man, other than that, thank you for letting me know that I don't like me, Hudson, man, you on the same page. I don't like to lose or get expensive shit stolen. However, you ever say my shit out of the fucking trash can, I'll put you in the trash can. Ooh, Two-piece no biscuit. Um, yeah, tell Engin to interview Joseph Lowe. Hey, listen, that sounds like a problem now. Um, I always forget that by 1 hour in, not the super good, but the chat gets pretty good, so it's kind of hard to go. Artem, are you an owner? I'm an owner of many things, but not East versus West. Your necklace is trash art. I like it. No, my necklace is based on Tyler's the Creator's necklace that he had of I don't know what's the story of Tyler the Creator's necklaces, but it has a bunch of flowers, daisies, maybe it was Pharrell's chain, I don't know. But Tyler had the chain with flowers and all that, and I think that would inspire him to do this design for Louis Vuitton, because Tyler the Creator is I guess I don't know, some occasional creative designer for Louis Vuitton as we came out with bags and certain stuff. So that's why we have this thing. Are you gay, Artem? No, on a Saturday night after a couple drinks, I'll tell you I'm bi, but that's still a lie. I don't believe so. I haven't tried, but I don't know. There could be some sugar in my tank, man. But I love them cats, man. Meow. Are you an earring guy? No, I'm not. My ears are way too big, man. Like, I can't highlight them. My ears are not big. On average person, you're on viewers here if you're watching it, your ears are probably bigger than mine. Mine just stick out more. So we're not talking about the size. We're talking about the aerodynamics of them, right? And they look. It's a small ear that sticks out a lot. Joseph LeVay had a heart attack a few years back. Now he's training his son, but he's smashing everyone for a while there. What's my Yeah, I mean Joseph is a gangster, man. Like Joseph is and like looking at guys and like you may never honestly before, but like you can do something to them, you can match with them, you can do something, or you can So every time I looked at Joseph LeVay videos, I've never gotten that perception. I always thought he's painful. I always think like there's no way I can match up with the guy. I feel like he'll just kill me. However, my buddy Max like did get in something with him after he had the war. Um so maybe, but man, Joseph's his style, his everything. He's a gangster of French dude. Um, so thank you for bringing him up here, Colin. Yours. Go to the gym with Paul and Artem. Have some of his milkshake, and you'll have traps by your ears next year. Good morning, Artem. Good morning, Luke Polsher, the new number one guy of arm wrestling. There's a footage of Joseph. There's a lot of footage of Joseph away from like back in the days, from that, from Arm Wars. I think him and Dennis pulling like a little expo. I think if Artem starts to move all his piercings, I'm out of here. I don't have any. Be good. Are you going to compete at Shaw Classic tournament? I So currently, I don't hear see any specific details that makes me want to come out there. Besides, like it's being talked about, but I feel like it's just being talked about because it is. I don't see anything why it's being talked about necessarily from an athlete standpoint. So I'm not playing. I'm like it's in my ear, but I'm not planning on it so far. Like I don't have a plane ticket. Like I have super matches that I signed for. And the tournament is fun too though. Like so if there's a if if the details will come out, like it's July 1st, guy. Like we get details now. Like and I mean maybe they are out now, but I need to see. But yeah, if there's a good money and if there's a good tournament, sure. There's something to train for. I do like me a tournament, but as of for now, I'm pulling Zach Hayden here in 2 weeks, and then Alan Ford in the end of August. So it gives me my nice little like breakdown in between, like that thing in the middle of August. I mean, I may want that. I may want that, but I can also stay still prepared for Alan. Are you prepared good for your match with Zach Hayden? Yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty good. I think I think I still have 2 weeks maybe to even come up with the weight. I don't know how light I am. Let me know. Shit. I'll talk to all those people. The camera is this way, buddy. Thank you. Tick, 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 tick. So, my weight is currently without human my hands. It's 188.6. So yeah, well also yesterday was a brutal day, so I'm assuming I'm around like 190 probably. So not the best weight. Should be a little bit heavier, but overall not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. I think should be good. Um not not probably not the hottest shape, like like not where was beating big the hell out of everybody, but not bad. Like my every time I go to the gym, like my power level is like it's up there. Like I'm um not peaking yet, but I'm good. Like I think I do believe like unless like I'll be in good enough shape to where I think if Zach does beat me, then maybe he's arm fighter ranking is somewhat not bad, like it's pretty well up there. But if you're going by in the hook rankings, I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter how strong Zach is right now. I don't really think there's a possibility of him beating me also based on that. So that's just like from like internet standpoint. From and going my personal assumption there with my how my training goes, I think nothing is that bad. I think I should be okay. I don't need. I guess what I'm trying to say, I don't need to be like in this like mega shaved head shape to beat Zach. But I do think he does look prepped. But I'm gonna say one more year. I'm gonna say one more year. How much for you to break down 2016 finals match with Joseph LeBay and then there's dude, you already sent me so many $5 super chats. I feel like I'll just do it just for you, but I don't want to breakdowns on my YouTube channel because they're specific. I have a Facebook page, Artem Taranenko also. Well, I think it's Artem Taranenko Professional Arm Wrestler, whatever the hell, like the. the Facebook page that everybody can follow. I'll post it on there. Like, I have no problem. I'll do a breakdown on there, but that's where I think the content should go. But I'll do it. I'll do it. Or we're talking about right now. What are we talking about right now? How bad is the match? Am I getting banned? My sugar is getting low, man. Um, Inventory Joseph. Uh, Yo, people live. Man, Joseph looks like an angry Russian dude. Hold, let me voice this ad and I get sugar, man. Hit it. Why you jump up? Jump it up. Jump up. Jump it up. Thank you. Sponsor of today's sugar is Cocosino from Moldova. All right, so is are the worlds? The world's in Bucharest. Okay. Okay, Cohen, yours. We're gonna get up to into your alley right here. Where's my life? Okay, where is my live stream? There you go. All right, Joseph. I got the thing up here. I'm about to put it on the thing. Let me practice cooking it up. Are you kind of full of the board screen? Let's see, tell you. Are you in love with this Joseph? Press behind off something about another man. Hey man, Joseph, you almost now. I named him Corey Chesko. Yeah, I have four corgis. Teddy Teddy's one of them. Teddy. Oh, there's too much shit on my bed right now, but Teddy. Take a good time. Take a good time. Chill. Yeah, take it up. Cardigan Corgi. So he's a killer little boy. Mm, okay. So like some lingerie. What Art does in his own time. Come on, guys. Just my shorts and my pants. Come on now. All right. Anyway, sponsored by Go One Viewers. First time on this channel, we're gonna do a breakdown of a Armageddon match. Just need to find it. All right. All right, guys. I hope. Hold on. I want to see. Okay. Here we are watching for my probably first time. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Already, what happened there? I haven't seen the match yet. Okay, I guess Joseph fall out. This was probably like some type of second fall winner. This is the first fall, so final rematch. So maybe I guess whatever happened earlier. I guess maybe Joseph was the winner, and that's why they pulling for the top. Whatever. Yeah, I guess Coleman viewers will know a better story on why they were pulling, but it doesn't matter. Let's see what's up. Joseph here having an amazing strap setup. His hand is nice and open. His body is slightly twisted. Engen is clearly uncomfortable because he knows if it's everything close bad, like they're risk gonna be in compromised positions. Ooh, Joseph is not liking the whole that strap was took off, and I already know my man is not happy. Dude, did Engen complain enough for them just completely restrap it? Okay. And Joseph touching his strap at Worlds. Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I mean, you can watch many of those, but like those things, oh my God, he tried to do look at Worlds. Well, it's Worlds fucking it's Wild Wild West sometimes, man. So, okay, a little bit fight for the setup. Okay, clearly, yeah. So Joseph did not get just as bad of as good of a strap. They're fighting for the setup still here, and yeah, Joseph definitely had a better connection beforehand. That's why they arguing here, which is still not bad. You can see like he has that center meat pretty good in there to where like his. If Engen is not necessarily a whole bunch stronger than him, he should be able to get his. I mean, that hand kind of look like it can be compromised, but his side pressure is should be able to get snatched in there. Like he has a better connection. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He had the connection in there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Man, I'm so good. I can't even get to see them. I'm like, so yeah, Joseph just having not enough, not a lot of cup, but just enough for it to stop, not to lose his wrist, and probably we'll see how it goes. Maybe he'll cup it better, or I mean, he's also viable to lose it too if Engen keeps attacking it. But so far, it was just enough to stop it in there and probably hopefully bring it back in for Joseph. If you're Engen, you wanna top roll towards do Julia or whatever, right? Get that hand. Yeah, the Engen is more with that Devon Larratt now, like stop, like get the pronation out. Lost and falls. It's okay. Oh, that's the end of the match. I mean, okay, okay, that was the end. But they matched up pretty good over there. Let's see this. This kind of look like me and Krista look on the day. Boom. Yeah. So fuck my pillows. Okay, I got you. Okay. So yeah, Joseph here with a good side pressure, good biceps, and his pronation is intact, but it's not as strong as Angen's because Angen kind of here like Angen did that Devon thing. We're going got that pronation out and just sitting, chewing away, hoping his pronation and arm gives up, and you can still maintain your hand and cup in there. Yeah, just a slight elbow out from Angen, I guess. Eh, hard one. Nowadays, you let it go. Well, call one yours. Are you happy? Should we do more of a breakdown? Be way too bougie if you own it. Ah, man. Well, alrighty, fellas. I guess this will be it for this. Good job, team. Slap hands. Thank you, Colin. Yours, I appreciate you. I feel like it was the greatest breakdown because I'm so smart at this. Alright, I appreciate everyone's trolling, guys, and good times. If y'all want to send the first good half an hour of the video to Robert and Dexter and see how the new co-owner fantasizes about the fantasy football league, fantasy football arm wrestling league, let them know. But make sure to cut the rest because it's past the hour, man. Like nonsense. All right, you guys. Thank you very much again, once again. Thank you for all the super chats from Cohen Euros, and Big Grove Goes and Heavy Crew. See you guys next time.